Jimmy Butler. Now, there's a name that echoes through the halls of the NBA with a certain kind of respect, a certain kind of awe. You see, Butler's story ain't your typical fairy tale rise to stardom. Nah, this brother's journey is one forged in the fires of adversity, a testament to the power of grit, determination, and an unyielding will to succeed. From the rough streets of Tomball, Texas, to the bright lights of the NBA Finals, Butler's ascent is nothing short of remarkable. He's a five-time NBA All-Star, an Olympic gold medalist, and a bona fide leader on every team he's ever been a part of. But it's the fire in his belly, the relentless pursuit of greatness that sets him apart. This ain't just about basketball, folks. This is about overcoming the odds, defying expectations, and proving to the world that anything is possible if you're willing to put in the work. So buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into the incredible journey of Jimmy Butler, a journey that'll inspire you to chase your own dreams, no matter how big or small. Born in a small town, Jimmy faced challenges from a young age. His father abandoned the family when he was just an infant, and by the age of 13, his mother had kicked him out of the house. Homeless and without a stable home, Butler bounced from one friend's house to another, relying on the kindness of others to get by. Despite these hardships, he found solace in basketball. His high school coach and teammates became his second family, offering him the support and stability he desperately needed. His talent on the court earned him a scholarship to Marquette University, where he continued to hone his skills and prove his doubters wrong. In 2011, Butler was drafted by the Chicago Bulls, marking the beginning of his professional career. But even then, success didn't come easy. He spent his early years in the league fighting for playing time, constantly working to improve and make a name for himself. And when his moment finally came, he seized it with both hands, showcasing his talent and earning the respect of his peers and fans alike. Today, as a key player for the Miami Heat, Butler continues to inspire with his relentless work ethic and unwavering spirit. Off the court, he's just as impactful, giving back to the community and serving as a role model for young athletes everywhere. Jimmy Butler's story is a powerful reminder that no matter where you start, with hard work, determination, and a little bit of heart, you can achieve greatness. Now, let's talk about Jimmy's early life. Born in the small town of Tomball, Texas, life wasn't no crystal stair for young Jimmy. We're talking about real struggle, real hardship. Growing up in a modest household, Jimmy faced challenges that many of us can only imagine. His father abandoned the family when he was just a baby, leaving a void that was hard to fill. His mother, a resilient woman, was left to raise him and his siblings on her own. She worked tirelessly, juggling multiple jobs to make ends meet. Life in Tomball wasn't easy. The town, though small and close-knit, had its own set of challenges. Money was tight, opportunities were scarce, and the future often seemed uncertain. Young Jimmy had to grow up fast, taking on responsibilities beyond his years. He helped out wherever he could, doing chores and odd jobs to support his family. But even in the face of adversity, there was a spark in him, a determination to rise above his circumstances. He found solace in sports, particularly basketball. Basketball became his outlet, his sanctuary. It was more than just a game. It was a way to escape the harsh realities of life. By the age of 13, life threw another curveball. His world was turned upside down once again. Jimmy was kicked out of his house by his own mother. It was a heart-wrenching moment, one that could have broken his spirit. Can you imagine that? A 13-year-old boy, out on his own, facing a world that seemed determined to keep him down. It was a daunting and lonely experience. But Jimmy, he didn't break. He refused to let his circumstances define him. He found refuge in the kindness of friends and temporary foster families who offered him a place to stay and a sense of belonging. Holding on to his dream of a better life, Jimmy continued to pursue basketball with unwavering determination. It was his beacon of hope, guiding him through the darkest times. Through all the turmoil, basketball remained his constant. At Tomball High School, Jimmy's talent on the court was undeniable. He was a natural scorer, a tenacious defender, a leader on the court. But college recruiters weren't exactly lining up at his door. See, Jimmy wasn't a highly touted prospect, not yet at least. He didn't fit the mold of the typical blue-chip recruit. After graduating high school, Jimmy landed at Tyler Junior College in Tyler, Texas. It wasn't the bright lights of a major program, but it was an opportunity to develop his game, to prove himself against tough competition. And prove himself he did. Jimmy's work ethic was legendary. He was the first one in the gym and the last one out, putting in countless hours honing his skills. His dedication paid off. He averaged over 18 points a game, leading Tyler Junior College to a winning record and earning himself a scholarship to Marquette University. Section 4. A star on the rise. Marquette University and the NBA Draft. Now, Marquette University. That's where Jimmy Butler truly blossomed into a star. Playing under coach Buzz Williams, Jimmy's game reached new heights. He was a lockdown defender, a relentless rebounder, and a clutch scorer. He led the Golden Eagles to 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances, becoming a fan favorite with his hustle and heart. Despite his success at Marquette, NBA scouts still had their doubts. They questioned his shooting ability, his offensive repertoire. But Jimmy, he thrives off proving doubters wrong. In the 2011 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls took a chance on him, selecting him with the 30th overall pick. Little did they know, they had just landed a future superstar. Section 5. Chicago's grit and grind. The Butler's emergence. Now, Chicago, that's where Jimmy Butler truly made his mark. He joined a Bulls team known for its defense-first mentality, a perfect fit for his hard-nosed style of play. He embraced his role as a defensive stopper, guarding the opposing team's best player night in and night out. But Jimmy was never content with being just a role player. He worked tirelessly on his offensive game, developing a deadly mid-range jumper and an uncanny ability to get to the free throw line. Year after year, he improved, blossoming into a legitimate scoring threat. With Derrick Rose sidelined by injuries, Jimmy Butler stepped up as the go-to guy in Chicago. He became an all-star, an Olympic gold medalist, and the heart and soul of the Bulls. He embodied the city's blue-collar work ethic, earning the adoration of fans with his grit and determination. Section 6. Seeking a new home. Minnesota, Philadelphia, and a yearning for more. Despite his success in Chicago, a part of Jimmy felt unfulfilled. He craved a team built around his leadership, a team with championship aspirations. In 2017, he was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves, reuniting with former coach Tom Thibodeau. The Timberwolves' stint was tumultuous, to say the least. Jimmy's intense personality clashed with some of his younger teammates, and the team's on-court performance fell short of expectations. Jimmy's work ethic and relentless drive often put him at odds with the more laid-back approach of some of his peers. After just one season in Minnesota, he was on the move again, this time to the Philadelphia 76ers. In Philadelphia, Jimmy found himself surrounded by talent, teaming up with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. The 76ers had high hopes, and Jimmy's arrival was seen as the missing piece to their championship puzzle. They made a deep playoff run, coming agonizingly close to reaching the Eastern Conference Finals. The team showed flashes of brilliance, and Jimmy's leadership on the court was undeniable. However, it was clear that Philadelphia wasn't the perfect fit either. The dynamics within the team were complex, and Jimmy's desire for a leadership role, his unwavering belief in his own abilities, led him to seek a new home, a place where he could truly be himself. He wanted a team that not only recognized his talent, but also embraced his fiery spirit and competitive nature. This yearning for more, for a place where he could leave a lasting legacy, continued to drive him forward in his career.